Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, let's get right into it because I have so much information to unpack and give you in this tutorial. We are first starting with this Hog Outfitters curved hog doll. It's a 24 ounce. They sent me an email and wanted to send me some products to use, so we are jumping all in and giving all of their products a try in this video. And then we're going in with the designer box from Diamonds and Dust for the month of October, so this was last month's box. It always comes with 3 coordinating glitters and 2 pattern vinyls, and this was a fun camping theme. So I thought I wanted to use it anyways, and I had this brilliant idea to try to wrap a pattern vinyl on this curved tumbler. So we're going to do that today, and just a spoiler, we do accomplish it. I decided to just dip my toes in on this project and not go in and try to accomplish a full wrap, so we're just doing a half wrap. So I just took my painter's tape, marked off around where half of the tumbler was, and instead of trying to line it up with half of the handle, we're just going to line up this pattern vinyl on the edge of the handle because I thought that would be much easier. So I just marked it off with the painter's tape and then kind of figured out how big I needed this piece of vinyl to be, and then I just cut it with my paper trimmer, and here we go. So it did take quite a bit of time to get this just right, but I didn't think that you wanted this video to be 2 hours long, so I did speed through a lot of it. But here's my tips. Just take your time, work it, pull it, stretch it. The vinyl will be okay when you do this, and the heat gun is your friend. It really does help. When you heat it a little bit, it helps the vinyl stretch just a little bit more. So I laid it down on the larger top portion, and it was easier for me to just pull off the entire backing because then I was able to just kind of stretch it and work it. And really that's all I did. I lifted it a lot, I stretched it, I pulled it. As long as it was smooth on the inside of where that blue painter's tape is, that's all you need to worry about. If it wrinkles outside of that border line, then it doesn't matter because you're going to cut that off anyway. So it was just a lot of back and forth, smoothing, stretching, smoothing, pulling, and lifting. Just, I cannot tell you enough that you may want to give up, but just keep going because it will get there. You can see here, there was many times when I was thinking, what the heck are you doing, Nicole? This is not going to work, but it did. So just keep trucking on and you'll get there. Just keep smoothing and smoothing, heating, smoothing, pulling. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to let you watch the rest of this and then we'll move on to the next part. I take that back. I did want to mention one more quick thing. Hog Outfitters, because they were so kind to send me over some goodies to try out, they also gave me the chance to offer you a discount. So it is 20% off of your first purchase of $30 or more. And you may be saying, but I've already shopped with them. And the reason that it is for first-time customers is because they already offer amazing prices and they do sales and discounts almost daily. So you're already getting such an amazing deal that they really want you to try them out and give them a chance too. So 20% off of your first purchase of $30 or more. So I will leave that link down in the description box for you if you want to give them a try. Once I had it completely smooth on the inside of that blue painter's tape, I trimmed off the edges. I left the bottom because we are going to stretch that over the bottom as well. But I trimmed off the 2 edges, and then here's what I did for the bottom. I know I've showed you before where I wrapped it over the bottom and I cut slits in it, but this time I wanted to also stretch it over the bottom. So we're going to do the same thing basically. I'm just going to heat it and pull. And you can see here, there's a tiny little rim on the bottom. So we're just going to make sure that we pull it over that rim, and then we're going to trim it off, and it's going to look completely smooth, no wrinkles, no folds, nothing. It's like a perfect edge over to that bottom. To my surprise, there really was not any bubbles in here. There was a few tiny ones, so I went in with my weeding pin and my X-Acto knife and just popped those few little bubbles, and we're ready to move on to the next part. I did tape off the edges of the handle because we will be glittering a part of this. And then what I decided is I wanted the tree vinyl on the other part of the tumbler, but I didn't want to cover it as well. I really wanted to use this beautiful glitter as well. So we're just going to add a little bit of that to the bottom. I stacked up some of my painter's tape, took a marker, drew a line so that I knew I could line it up straight, because I swear to you, I've said it before, even when it's straight, my eyeballs tell me it's not straight. So I drew that line, trimmed off my vinyl, lined it up with the line, and then we do the same thing for the bottom. I just heated it, stretched it over, trimmed it off, beautiful edging. And we're not going to worry about anything in that center because for me, it's a personal preference, but I leave my logo sticker on the very bottom, so I cover that portion up anyway, so you're not going to see that it's not glittered or anything. Then I taped off the vinyl, and then we're just going to go in with some paint mixed in a little bit of glitter glue. I think the one I'm using for this one was Crystalax glitter glue. So I just went in with some green and some brown, and we're going to go in first with Refresh, and we're going to do just a little bit of that on the top rim, and then I'm going to skip to the bottom portion and do Adventure, which is the orange color, and then I'm going to finish off with Wilderness in the center of those two colors, and I'm just going to go back and forth and give them a good ombre blend. After that was dry, I went in and gave it 2 really good coats of Rust-Oleum's clear glossy spray paint because I did not want any of this glitter to move anywhere on this tumbler. And then I went in and I am trying, Hog also sent me this new product of theirs. It's their epoxy, and I think it's called Hog Speed. I think that's what, it's their fast set. It's a 1-to-1 ratio fast set, and it was good. Let me tell y'all, I like it. I've strayed with unfortunate results before, and this one did not disappoint. So after those 2 coats of epoxy were dry, I went in and painted the handle and gave it a wood grain effect. And then also for this video, I am partnering with Creative Fabrica. And let me tell you, I was also hesitant because I thought, there can't be that much stuff. I've seen people use it, and I just never went in and even really gave it a chance. But when I went in looking for a camping themed design, there was so many. They have thousands of things available. So I am also able to offer you a chance for your first 10 downloads for free. And then when you sign up, you get those 10 free downloads, and then it renews at only $9 a month. When I had my Silhouette Studio software program or their subscription, it was more than that a month, and you could only download so many. This is unlimited for $9 a month, so you can't go wrong here. So I will leave that link also down in the description box for you. I told you there's a lot to give you in this video, but I couldn't decide if I wanted the wording to be blue with the cream colored offset or if I wanted it to be cream with the blue offset. Ultimately, I decided that the cream was better because then it could stand out a little bit more. It's already kind of dark on that side, so I really wanted the fun decal that I picked from Creative Fabrica to stand out. I then went in with the same cream and did some striping on both sides of the vinyl and also where that glitter and vinyl meet. And then I took a navy blue, really thin stripe, applied it down the middle of the cream, and then I also did on the top and the bottom of the cream just to give it a little bit of extra. After that, I went in and gave it 2 final coats of the Hog Speed Fast Set Epoxy, and this beauty was all done. When I first started this, I really questioned myself because wrapping that vinyl took way longer than I realized it would. But once I was full in, I was full in. I was determined to make it work and share with you guys that process. So just know that you can do it too. It just may struggle. It may say a few bad words if you're that type of person, but it's okay because it will be worth it in the end because I am so proud of the way it turned out. Just looking at it warms my heart knowing that I was able to get that vinyl stretched and wrapped over that curve. But anyways, I will leave all of the products and all of those links I promised you down in the description box. If you are interested in purchasing this tumbler, it is available on my website. And I hope that y'all have a very happy Thanksgiving this coming week. And I will be back next weekend. And then after that, we are going to start our 12 Days of Christmas series. So I am so excited for all of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you. Happy Thanksgiving, and I will see y'all next weekend.